Okay, welcome to my video where I'm gonna teach you how to spot fake pins from Walt Disney World, Walt Disneyland, wherever you go. There are a couple of dead giveaways with this one. The reason I pulled this one as an example was to show the dead giveaway of messy silver lining. So when the silver lining in the pin, so basically the entire outline of, all of the aspects of the pin is this choppy looking silver, like grainy almost. That is a dead giveaway that you have a fake pin in front of you. This one has another dead giveaway when it is super glossy like this and it looks like wet paint. That is another dead giveaway that it is a fake pin. With this pin, you are looking for the dead giveaway of the wet look. So again, I use the light to help me and I see how super shiny that looks, very wet. This one has a little bit better of the silver lining, but you can still tell it's kind of choppy. So again, kind of for the same reasons this one is fake, without even looking at the back, we can tell. Here's an example of a pin that you may look at and it pops out to you because it's got all this gold on it. Again, it does have that wet look, but you know what? It looks different than the usual fake pins. These eggs are commonly faked, so once you get used to seeing fake pins, you'll see these all the time. You'll see the apples all the time. But I actually got stumped by one of these before. The Mr. Incredible pin I picked up thinking it was authentic because I've never seen these faked before. So from the front, you could see that gloss again. It does look really beat up, but I just assumed it was because it was an old pin. So here's an example of a pin I would check the back for, just to be sure that it's fake. This one, looking at the back, is gonna be our next dead giveaway that you have a fake pin. Now, I'm gonna put an asterisk on this one because some of the newer pins do have this quote-unquote giveaway and they're still authentic. So this one, you kind of have to use multiple proofs. If you look on the edge of the pin, right here, you'll see that the Mickey heads don't go all the way to the edge of the pin. There's a slight border. That is a sign that it's a fake pin, and it doesn't have to be all around, so even though they go to the edge here, they don't go to the edge here. They don't go to the edge here. You could see right here that thin line, that they're not going to the edge. And then if you're looking at the font, granted with older pins it's harder to tell, but if the font is super choppy like this and it's hard to read, that's another sign it's probably fake. Here's another example of a pin that's commonly faked. You'll see puffles all over the boards, and 10 times out of 10, they will be inauthentic. So this one you can tell the gloss and the rough metal right away that it's fake, and then having more pin knowledge, as you look at more boards, you'll start to notice which pins are on every single board. Those are your fakes that no one wants to pick up. Right here, you could see it's bordering. The Mickey heads are not going all the way to the edge of the pin. Right here too. So, another obvious fake. Here's a pin that is just a big question mark because it looks really cute, right? You could tell it's not a classic Disney pin because there are authentic trading pins and then there's pins from other companies that have approval from Disney to put a Disney logo on it. I picked up assuming it's a box lunch pin or a Hobby Lobby pin. When you look at the back, it is completely blank. This is not tradable at the parks. So whoever put this down is a capital A asshole because technically this is tradable. Technically, because it has a Disney logo. Even though it's fake, this is a better pass than this with literally nothing on the back. But it is really cute. So this is kind of where you judge for yourself. Do I want to keep it just because it's cute? I probably will keep Mater because I do think he's really cute. So I don't care where he came from. I forgot to mention another dead giveaway with the pins. If you're not sure about the front and it looks really good, which obviously this one doesn't, if the back says Hong Kong or Shanghai, or maybe even Paris, that's a pretty good sign it's fake if you're not in those destinations. Because for those pins to travel all the way over here and get put down on a board, very unlikely, and very unlikely that you would be the first person to pick it up. I'm gonna show you some real pins and how you can tell they're real on a board. Imagine you're seeing this on a board. The reason I'm gonna take another look at it is because I know it's coming from a pack of pins that came out recently. So people will buy trading lanyards, trading packs, and their kids will trade them off pretty quickly. So this is something that was on a lanyard. So this is where it helps every time you go to the parks to take a look at those lanyards, take a look at what they're selling in mystery boxes, and just the pin section in general, so you have an idea of what is currently out and what's most likely to be authentic on the boards. You see how it's dry enamel? It's not the only thing that's shining here is the metal. The metal looks much cleaner, and everything looks very nicely textured. So this is a real pin, just from the front. And looking at the pack, boom. Once you get this little gem in here, you're golden. You know you have a real pin for now. Diamond back pins have not been faked yet. So you're gonna be safe with anything that has this diamond back on it, and you don't have to do any real investigating. Once you see that that diamond back, you're done. It's real. This pin, if you have any knowledge of the pins with hidden Mickeys on them, they are released every year on cast member lanyards and pin boards exclusively. And then later in the year, they get sold in mystery pin bags. So you can't choose. So you'll also find people trading these all the time when they get duplicates. But knowing what is popular from this year can help you recognize right away. This is a real pin, snag it while it's on the board. Here are some pins that are medium. They would have me fooled at the parks. I picked them up and then they turn out to be inauthentic. So these are being very commonly faked right now, but I picked it up anyways because they are still being released in packs in the stores. So there is a chance it's real. I do see some rough metal, but obviously not as rough as those dead giveaways. The coloring on the popsicle stick actually looks pretty good. And then looking at the back, there's that edge being formed. So if you don't know if this pin normally has an edge to it, that's where you'll start to Google and look up the pin back. This one looks fake to me because of that edge, because of a little bit of inconsistency in the metal up here. That the back is my dead giveaway, honestly. I wouldn't call it a dead giveaway because this was a tricky one, but this one could fool you if you're not super careful of the details. You see how hard it is to read those words that are engraved? A real pin, even with small font, won't be this hard to read. So this one is most likely fake. This is a pin that's very commonly faked. It looks good. The metal looks really good. It has a nice smooth finish to it. But again, you have those scratches, you have the brush strokes. Whoa. So this is 2002. It says Disneyland, and this is not the back that we're used to seeing. Now, because it's from 2002, could it be authentic and just super ghetto looking? Yeah. So this is another pin where kind of quartz out. You need to do some more investigating. I'm gonna assume it's fake because of how clean the finish is. If this was from 2002 and it's been getting traded on boards, it would not look this good, right? So this is where you're gonna use some context clues. If this is 23 years old, is it gonna look like it just came out of a factory with such a clean back? Probably not. Here is my last pin I'm going to show you. And court is out on this one, right? Because it looks clean on the front. I haven't seen this collection before, but look, the metal on the hidden Mickey looks super jagged and rough. You can see it here in the leaf that the metal is actually pretty rough. It looks super grainy. Let's look at the back. And what do we see here? Hong Kong. Dead giveaway. Apologize in advance for the sound that my camera's about to make. But you just take the Google app, you hit that little camera button, and we take a picture of the front. And now it's gonna show us some details about it. So the way that I check, oh, look, that one is layered. The way that I check to see if it's legit or not is I'll click on one of the pins, like an eBay listing, and I'll go to visit it, and I'll see if they have a picture of the pin back as well. Because if they do, you know that they know what they're doing. They're selling authentic pins. If they're not showing the pin back, probably not real. And I hate when they keep the Mickeys on because that makes it harder for us, but it does have that laser etching there of the FAC number. So that's a good sign. Okay, these guys took it off. So we can clearly see the FAC number. Now let's compare to the one I was looking at, see if it's the same number. Ooh, this has a different FAC number, 17328. I don't know. The fact that it has a different FAC number could mean it was produced in a different factory, I believe. But this is a pin that we're gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? It looks way better in that lighting, by the way. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to bring this to a professional and see what they think, because I am stumped. So this is just to show you that no matter how much you learn about pin trading, you're still gonna find pins that you're not sure about. And at the end of the day, if you think it's cute, keep it. If you don't, don't. So as much as it is fun to figure out what's real and what's fake, it's not the end of the world if you pick up a fake pin, whatever. So I like this one. I probably will end up keeping it anyways, but I am really curious about it. So let me know what you think if you're a pin pro. Is this pin real or fake? Thanks for watching!